Festival, where we have art from spectacular artists, food trucks, live entertainment, and of course, classic cars and a bike show. Thousands gathered the streets for the annual event that took place all along Palm Avenue from Okeechobee Road to 9th Street, presented by Presidente Supermarkets. This year, there were many artists in the Florida Blue Art Show, displaying all media, including a clever installation of tiled roofs.
Me incliné al arte la pintura desde niño.
I bowed to art as a child here in this country when it occurred to me to use tiled roofs, which are very typical of my town in Bayamo, Cuba. I decided to use them for colonial paintings that represent my childhood surroundings. The cathedral, a view of the colonial courtyard in Bayamo. Fonseca also told me that through his art, he embraces the traditions of Cuba, its streets, and colonial houses that he remembers growing up. Walking through each of the tents, I was amazed to see the talent showcase. There were notable objects made by hand like these tacitas used for Cuban cortaditos, handcrafted jewelry with natural stones which are staples of Native American culture, and live graffiti artists that started during the day and finished at night. It was through these efforts that local talent came to the city of Hialeah to exhibit their creativity and share their artistic inspirations.
This work that I have here represents the work of 3 artists, and that's what I like to do. I like to emulate the masters. In this case, it's actually reflecting the work of Kandinsky, Dali, Salvador Dali, and Rosenquist.
After stopping by a few other tents, it was time to find something to eat, so I decided to visit a couple of food trucks. One of the popular choices among attendees were the Cuban fritas, made of 100% beef. When I asked about specific ingredients, I was out of luck because they told me it was a family secret recipe. I thought to myself, maybe I'll have better luck finding out what's cooking over at King of Racks Barbecue.
These are one of our specialties. These are called redneck Mexicans. They're just a mix of American food and Mexican food with the tacos and American brisket. We just combine the brisket with a little bit of mozzarella cheese, grilled onions, cilantro, and barbecue sauce, and that's your redneck Mexican.
Was it as delicious as it looks? It sure was. Wanting to then burn some calories, I found my way through the different locations with entertainment stages on Palm Avenue looking for dancing. At the kids zones, there were kids inside the bounce house, kids playing tennis, and kids riding down the land shark slide. At this location, bands played their music for the crowd, and there was even a special presentation to recognize the winners and participants of the Youth Arts Festival, presented by the Cultural Arts Board and the City of Hialeah Council President Isis Garcia Martinez. As I walked towards the main stage, I came across a group of young men breakdancing. Known as Raw Entertainment, they had a whole crowd cheering them on. This style of street dance became popular in the 1970s and still remains popular today. But these 3 aren't the only ones who knew how to breakdance. A group of little boys and girls showed the audience that they too were qualified dancers. The event's entertainment continued to amuse with acts playing Latin American beats that made guests get on their feet. But the party truly started when the Brazilian dancers showed up. The crowd loved it as they got to interact with the girls and dance to samba music. It was then time for the classic car and bike award presentations brought to us by Jumping Jack Productions. It was an incredible walk through the Palm Classic, learning about all the vehicles from when they were made to how they were made and seeing all the modern touches that were applied. Attendees from all over South Florida were present to witness more than 250 vehicles, including City of Hialeah Mayor Carlos Hernandez and the City Council. There were prizes giving out to the favorites on the bike show and also for those who showcased their classic cars. Among those in the car category, Julio Lima won Best of Show with his 1966 Lincoln convertible, eye candy for our city mayor. But the mayor's choice was awarded to Sonia Silva for the 1956 blue Chevy 4-door Bel Air. Ms. Silva told me that this vehicle was built from the ground up and it is the pride of her family. There was no doubt from the feedback that this component of the street festival was well received.
I'm enjoying the cars and all the festivities here. Reminds me of my youth. Unfortunately, these are the cars that I grew up with.
As the event came to an end, attendees did not leave empty-handed nor with an empty stomach.
Está muy bueno, muy lindo.
This was very good, very nice. It had many options, and I have eaten a delicious barbecue hamburger like I've never eaten anywhere.
Nunca lo he comido en ninguna parte.
Art on Palm and the Palm Classic couldn't have been possible without its presenting sponsor, Presidentes Supermarkets, art show title sponsor, and supporting sponsors.
We're very excited to be part of our community that helps us and gives us, and we're always very proud to be able to give back in every opportunity we get.
Our mission is to help people in communities achieve better health. So one of the things we try to do with our retail centers is to get involved with the community, to understand the people who live in Hialeah, and we thought this would be a great way for us to start doing that and introduce our center that just opened a few months ago.
We feel great. We feel part of the community, and we love to sponsor events with the City of Hialeah.
With the support of all the sponsors, organizations, and City of Hialeah staff, this street festival will be sure to be bigger and better next year. For Hialeah TV 77, this has been Tanya Leeds.